Hi, I'm Maya Hawke, and these are my 10 essentials. This is my guitar. This is the first guitar that I bought for myself, and I bought it with the cash that I made from a tour I did of Blue Notes in Japan. Basically the first tour I ever went on. We played 2 shows a night for a week, I think. It was insane. It was one of the best learning experiences I've ever had in my life. I think when I first started playing shows, I was really like doing this kind of drunk Disney princess personality on stage where I was like laughing and smiling a lot and like kind of making fun of myself and doing like, oh, whoops, like, oh, I don't know, guys, thank you so much for coming out. And having to do it twice in one night, I just learned to hate it. It was a really transformative set of shows for me. I then got on the plane, flew back, I went to LA, and I had cash in my wallet from that trip, and I went and bought this guitar. Somebody other than me carved the word Butch into the corner, so that's her name. Her name is Butch. This is a problem that came from crafty on set for the most part. It's like when you're working a late night shoot, it's just hard not to want to eat candy. On Stranger Things, they carry these particular candies for me. These are my favorite candies, the Now and Laters and the Smarties. I really like sour candy, but I don't know if anyone is familiar with this. Most sour candy, like Sour Patch Kids, sour watermelons, sour ropes, sour straws, sour sketty, these kinds of candies, they have a delicious but tongue-destroying sort of umami powder. And if you like to eat an appropriate amount of candy, you can end up with like a bleeding, this is disgusting what I'm saying, but like a bleeding mouth or like a very sore mouth. So the Smarties and the Now and Laters achieve the goal of sourness without injuring the mouth. I have a large collection of striped shirts. Most of them are vintage, but this is a perfect black and white striped shirt. It is maybe the most important thing to me clothing-wise. It's been that way for a long time in my life. I'm committing. I feel like that's the thing of getting older is you start to like realize the things about yourself that like the phases you want to stay in. And I feel like I'm committing to the striped shirt in my life. It's a very happy marriage. This is a bra. It is a perfect bra. When you're working in this industry, you often have to go and put on clothes that are not your clothes. And like if it's a photo shoot, there's like a rack of clothes and you try them on and you're making it work, but people often forget to bring clothes that work for women with boobs or bras for women with boobs. So I've learned that you must bring your own. And I found that this is the perfect bra. It is also, unfortunately, generally out of stock. I got it from this underwear store that was in Woodstock, New York. I think, 8 years ago. That store is now closed. This brand, you can only buy them on like resale, like used. This one I got fresh. It's perfect, it's supportive. It gives you differentiation and shape. It has no underwire, but it doesn't make that kind of uniboob effect or the triangle effect that other bras have that have no underwire. It's just a perfect bra. I wasn't like a special blanket kid, but I became a special blanket adult. I always have a scarf. It can double as a sleep mask and it can double as like a hood. Sometimes I will kind of just like have it drapey. You can make it nighttime really easily if you need to take a nap. You know, it's really good to have on set where you can do emergency naps, but then I'll also do like a whole hood thing. Let's see, I haven't done it in a while. No, this is backwards. Have to start forward, then go around, pull up into kind of a little like hoodie guy, and then you got your ears warmed too, and then you can kind of wrap it there. I probably look silly, I normally do it in a mirror. As you can tell by the fact that I showed like a comfort scarf and a PJ set and a sleep mask, I'm very bedtime oriented. So this sleep mask changed my life and I'm now a full addict. It has these detachable eye cups. I'll detach one just to sort of, this is now a tutorial. They make complete darkness without having actual pressure on your eyes, which I really like. And you know, sleep masks usually slip off at night. This has a Velcro strap that you can tighten. You know, I keep putting things on my head, people are gonna kill me, but you can tighten properly around the back so that it doesn't come off at night. And now I'm like fully addicted to sleeping in this thing. Like if I don't have it, I'll like tie something around my head. I don't know, there's something magical about having something tight wrapped around your head and your eyes that makes me just go like, okay, it's bedtime. So really, if I was gonna bring like my whole skincare routine here, it would be pretty useless to anyone because I realized that instead of like spending way too much money on trying different products that were recommended to me to help with my acne, I should just go see a dermatologist. So I did. So if I showed you my skincare routine, it would be some pills and some medical creams, all of which you couldn't buy without seeing a doctor. But one thing that I try to always keep in my purse with me is just vitamin E oil. I buy it at Whole Foods. It's like amazing for cuticles. It's an amazing, like kind of shiny lip gloss. I put it on when I have like an acne scar that's healing. It does have this kind of shininess effect. So if you put it on, you kind of get a little glimmer, which is either a positive or a negative, depending on your relationship to being shiny on that day. And then this is a sunscreen, concealer, foundation, moisturizer, like all in one. It's like 50 SPF, very important. I try to wear sunscreen every day. And it also just like really evens out your skin tone. My family isn't overly beauty focused, but everything I know I learned from my mom. Vitamin E oil. These are a cure to my attention issues. I love to watercolor. I've watercolored since I was a little kid. I love this brand of watercolor. It's beautiful, comes in a beautiful case. The colors are really bright. I personalized this miniature set. My real set is like twice the size of this, and then there's 2 layers. Then I bring a watercolor book in here. Mostly I do like weird imaginary color paintings while I'm just like doing other stuff to try to calm my brain. This is the original version of this card that I sent out to announce this record, Chaos Angel, that I'm promoting right now. And here's the real version. And then I bring this with me, which is just so many brushes. Oh, and apparently a flosser, which I also could have considered an essential item. I always try to carry a book with me in my bag. Mostly it is an aspirational goal. I've done this since I was a kid. Like I used to go on trips and I would pack like 20 books in my bag. I've now usually narrowed it down to 1. I wouldn't read any of them, but I would like how it made me feel to put them on my side table or to like have them spilling out of my backpack. I feel like it would make me seem really smart and thoughtful and busy, and I could hide in them from people. Now sometimes I hide my phone on a page and look at it while I look like I'm reading. But I also read, I have read this book. This is Tangle Wreck by Jeanette Winterson. And this is a notebook. I always have a notebook with me. I like tuck Polaroids into them like that, and I just always like to have it with me so I have a place to write things down and be creative. I am terrified of colds. I almost just brought in 10 vitamins for my 10 essential things. I almost feel like I'd rather have like the bubonic plague than a cold. The things I really try to travel with are Southern Banglan Gen. I'm sure that that's not how you really say it, but it's how I read it. It was recommended to me by an acupuncturist when I had gone through a period of like completely losing my voice for a long time. I was trying to get my voice back and they were like, drink this all day. I think it's like kind of like a wonder drink, and it's really sweet, and I like how it tastes, and it's a yummy dessert drink. And then there are these horrible, disgusting things that I love. The liposomal vitamin C and liposomal glutathione. I think I still have nodules. I did for a while in a way that was debilitating, and I've gotten them under control, and one of the ways that I did that was with glutathione. And then there's liposomal vitamin C, which I think most people know about and have. Also disgusting, though not as disgusting as the glutathione. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found something that was useful, and please listen to my new album, Chaos Angel.